All right, guys, today we are looking at the rhythms for your Module 6 song, and we are specifically looking at how many beats each type of note gets. So here we go with the first question that we have here. All right, so here we have our first question, and it's asking us to count the rhythms for measures 1 through 6, and it's worth 6 points. Okay, and for this counting, we use the same method that we used for counting on our modules 2 and 4, and I'm going to go ahead and go through it again, showing you exactly how to count these measures. Now, for us today, there is something just a little bit different. Okay, we have this 2, and it goes around like that. What this means is that there are 2 measures of rest. Okay, that's all that means. So when I go to write my counts here, I know I have 1, 2, 3, 4 beats of rest, followed by another set of 1, 2, 3, 4. Here is our 4 beats of rest, followed by another 4 beats of rest. Okay, now I go over here to the other side to type this out, and all I do, instead of circling it, because I can't circle when I'm typing, I put it inside of the greater than and less than symbols. Remember, in between measures, we have to have that bar line. Make sure you put that bar line there. Okay, so we have 1, 2, 3, 4 there, 1, 2, 3, 4 for the second measure. Okay, and that's how I read out those first 2 measures. And you can just copy it down from what I put into my answer document there. All right, now let's take a look at here on the measure 3. So this is starting with measure 3. I'm going to put above here how many beats each of these notes get. The quarter note gets 1 beat, the quarter note gets 1 beat, the half note gets 2 beats. So I count underneath, putting which beats go with which notes. The first quarter note gets beat 1, the second quarter note gets beat 2, and the half note gets beats 3 and 4. So we put it inside of parentheses. Let's go ahead and go on to our second measure. I take a look at it and I realize I have exactly the same rhythm. The pitches go up between these 2 measures. From the third measure to the fourth measure, the pitches go up, but the rhythm stays the same. 1, 2, 3, 4 beats of rest. All right, fantastic. Now I have both measures 1 and 2 done. I transfer it over to my answer document. I go 1, 2, and inside of parentheses 3, 4. Then I put a new measure 1, 2 inside of parentheses 3, 4. Then another measure. All right, now I am looking at measures 5 and 6, the last 2 measures of this, and I see 1 beat, 1 beat, 2 beats, so it's 1, 2, and then inside of parentheses 3, 4. Okay, and measure 6, I see that's the same as well. So you just copy 1 beat, 1 beat, 2 beats. All right, now I'm taking a look at measure 6. I see that it's the exact same as measure 5. On the rhythm, I have 1 beat, 1 beat, 2 beats. So I write here 1, 2, 3, and 4. And so that is our 4 beats there. So here is our 4 beats right there. Now I take that measure 5 and measure 6 and transfer it over to my answer document. We need 1 beat, 1 beat, 2 beats. 1 beat, 1 beat, 2 beats. Okay, and that's all there is to question 1. I'm going to take a look over here. Measures 7, 8, 9, and 10 are all the same rhythms. 11, 12, 13 is different, and 14 is different. So let's take a look at measures 13 and 14. All right, so on measure 13, we have 1 beat, 1 beat. Instead of 2 beats, we have 1 beat there and 1 beat there. Okay, this is still a total of 4 beats because we're still in 4/4 time. And I put my numbers 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so this first quarter note gets beat 1, second quarter note gets beat 2, third quarter note gets beat 3, and fourth quarter note gets beat 4. All right, now let's take a look at measure 14. This note right there, that's a whole note getting 4 beats. And I count below it, all 4 beats belong to that whole note. Okay, all 4 beats belong to that whole note. So I would type it over here, numbers 11 and 14. I'm going to skip measure 11 for now. Measure 13, measure 11. I'm going to skip measure 11 and 12. There are my bar lines for those. And now here is measure 13 that I just worked on. 1, 2, 3, 4. And then measure 14. All 4 beats inside of parentheses. All right, and that's what these two measures look like in the answer document. We have 1, 2, 3, 4 for measure 13 and 1, 2, 3, 4 inside of parentheses with a bar line at the end for measure 14. Okay, it's these two measures here transported over. Okay, measure 15 is the same as the previous measures up here, 3 through 6. 16, 17 are both the same. Now measure 18 is different. It looks just like measure 14. Okay, so make sure you put on measure 18. Sorry, this one is measure 18. Make sure it looks just like measure 14. Okay, and that's all we have on the counting. That's numbers 1 through 4 on your analyzing the music. Remember, be better than you were yesterday.